okay with it.
I just think of Eddie Guerrero. If you ain't cheating, you ain't traveling. Viva la raza.
Viva la raza.
Yeah, it's classic WWE days.
And then
we lie, we cheat, we steal.
I have a picture of Eddie Guerrero pointing at a sign I made saying Eddie Guerrero stole my car when I went to the WWE.
Yes.
Front row center.
So you were front and center. I was there to watch him when he came to Adelaide. And
Front row
my sister
center.
was like, make a sign up, and I couldn't think of anything good.
I
write
wrote
on the
Eddie
sign.
stole my car.
Wasn't that where he flashed the crowd? He
Yes.
literally pulled his tights down and was like spanking himself.
Who did he wrestle that night?
It was
Fuck.
Rey. It was with
It
Rey
was Rey
Mysterio,
Mysterio.
tag team, Big Show, and someone else.
It was. You are
Kurt
correct.
Angle?
You are correct because I bought a Big Show merch top saying "Chicks dig it big," and it had Big Show's silhouette in it. Like, ugh.
I bought the shirt from my brother. I'm your puppy.
I'm
Just
your
before
puppy.
he died, I'm your puppy.
Yeah.
I bought that.
That's a
for him.
sad death.
That was upsetting. That's when I left.
Almost
watching.
as sad as Chris Benoit.
That was a hell of a story. And
That
it
was
so sad.
fucked,
that
bro.
Was just so. That was so.
The WWF wiped the memorial episode.
Everything's gone. Yeah, and they released a memorial for him.
That was pre-internet. So for anyone who doesn't know,
yeah, go on.
I don't.
Explain that
For
story.
anyone who doesn't know, there was this. He was a pretty prevalent fucking wrestler too. He
won the World Heavyweight Championship.
He was big. He was a big wrestler. His name was Chris Benoit.
The Rabid Wolverine.
And he was the Rabid Wolverine. And he was
a crippler crossface was his
pretty
finishing
boring.
maneuver.
The crippling crossface.
He was very technical.
Pretty boring personality. But
oh yeah.
But anyway, so he passed away, but the WWE didn't know the facts of how he passed away.
Yes.
So the WWE put on a memorial show for him. Yep. And then, this is pre-Facebook.
It was around Facebook.
It was around Facebook. But it was before the internet, something would happen and then you'd find out. It was still early days.
So what would you say? Because if Eddie died in, 2005? I think Eddie was 2005, and I reckon Chris Benoit was, 208?
I'd be lying.
I want to say it's 08. But, because I think he went a few years, but Eddie's death hit him hard when they're 2007.
How long ago is that?
2007?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 23 years.
Fuck.
No, I'm thinking it's 2023.
Oh.
No, it's 2023.
My maths.
Nah, you went way too far.
It's 16 years.
It's 16 years.
Fuck.
So, I always just think that was coming out of high school. I was into it.
16 years ago.
16 years, because I was into watching
12.
wrestling. I was into watching wrestling
What
during
was
the
I,
high
12?
school years.
I'm giving myself fucking a year there. I was 13.
Watching that was the formative years. Watching the wrestling when I was like 15.
I can't count, bro.
Why
How
have you
old was
not-
I? 16.
I don't know. You're telling the story about.
I'm 29.
Yeah,
I was 13.
There you go.
I was 13. But anyway, so he's passed away.
He passed away. All we heard was that he passed away. What a tragic story. And then the dark side of the story come out about how he passed away and how he took his family with him when he passed away.
Yeah, so he's like, I think he killed himself and then he did some, I won't even say it, he did some horrible stuff with a barbell. I think he broke their necks.
Yeah. I don't know if he put his son to sleep, but yeah, it was pretty much.
It was fucking horrible either way.
He killed his family and then he killed himself.
And the WWE weren't aware of the details, and they posted a fucking memorial.
Yeah, they did a show because it was like the next day.
Big ceremony.
Yeah.
And then now you
can't find it anywhere.
Find it.
His name is stricken from the WWE platform.
Rightfully so.
They you can't have that. It's not a good look.
It's fucking hectic, dude.
It's a dark story. But we got onto that because he was mates with Eddie Guerrero, and Eddie Guerrero was like my favorite guy to watch.
And that was from steroid abuse or drug addiction?
Drug addiction. He had a heart attack. He was 38 years old. He was
only 38.
He was 38. He was coming into his second big run. He had the breakout run, and then
you look at those old school wrestlers though, their physiques, and
he was on all the juice
but
coming up as well. Because they were cruiserweights. He was like the lucha libre, so he was coming off the ropes. He's backflipping arm drag and
horrible injuries,
doing hurricanranas everywhere. He's bouncing around. He's super agile. Then it was like, no, the big man succeeds in the WWE at this time. It was all about the big, the bulk,
muscular men,
and so they
Batistas,
juiced to the gills.
Your John Cena's.
Yeah, well, that's what. Yeah, I can deadlift 800 pounds. Like you can just go crazy. So they got like that. But he was already. There was a lot of drug abuse back in his day. Make it the Steiner recliner.
The Steiner
the
fucking
pythons that he
recliner.
had. You remember? And he'd lift up and he'd kiss
him.
his bicep.
And he used to wear mesh on his head like a fucking Viking.
Yeah, well, you're talking about the old medieval days, mate, when the old Holy Roman Empire
Looked like he's at
was-
DFC doing medieval fights and
Yeah,
shit.
Scott Steiner. And his brother Rick Steiner, the Steiner brothers. That's old school.
Yeah,
back
bro.
in the
Didn't
days.
one of them die? Didn't Scott die?
God, I hope not. But
Sorry. sorry, bro.
I can't do any more tragedy for my WWE memories.
I'm pretty
man.
sure one of
Already-
them died. A Steiner died. Or did
broken down
who
this morning.
did DDP help out really good? Was it not Scott Steiner? I'm fucking
No, but DDP's with his yoga. He's helped out
yeah,
a lot
but
of people.
no. There's one of them. Not he fucking passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, he was part of fucking NWO.
Oh, Scott
Scott Hall. Did he die?
Yeah, Scott Hall died.
He died recently.
Scott Hall died, yeah, within the last
This
year.
year?
Within
Or
the
last year?
And why am I thinking of that? That this is what I follow, because that was the NWO, the Wolfpack, WCW, NWO, the Nitro Wars with WWE, that Monday Night Wars. That was my time.
Do you know
I was all
who
about
I was? An
that.
Attitude Era boy.
Yeah,
because
that's
my
what-
brother,
yeah,
my brother still watches wrestling.
The old Nation of Domination when The Rock came in, when he had D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry and
So my brother was born in, I think he was 1982. I think. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong, Jamie. Because that was the password for everything.
Right.
1982.
oh no, don't
Back
give
in
out
the day.
password.
Back in the day.
Hopefully he's changed it.
Sorry, Jamie. No, it was back when you used to have passwords for like weird shit, like
Something kids would remember.
just weird shit on like Foxtel.
Yeah, of course.
And he used to love wrestling, and he still does. He still keeps up with it.
Does he?
Yeah,
I
he
can't
still
do- I
keeps
can't
up with
do
it. He
can't
still
do
loves it. And I used to love watching the Attitude Era because wrestling was fucking wild.
God, it was great back then.
Wrestling was wild
Yeah,
back
it's
in the
too.
day.
As I said, it's gone like super PC now.
But back in the Attitude Era, it was good story, like crazy storylines.
Yeah.
But I used to love like Gold Dust.
oh, wait, you like the creep? Why? Of course, you like the creep.
Is that no, in hindsight?
God, in hindsight, it makes perfect
in
sense.
hindsight, but that was my favorite wrestler back in the day.
Oh my goodness!
I used to love him,
Goldust.
and I used to love.
Shattered Dreams, where he'd kick him in the nuts.
And
oh,
the second one was Steve Austin, Neck and Beers. It's just shaped my childhood.
Smash the cans together, Austin
Do you know
316.
how
So I just
heartbroken
kicked
I
your
was
ass.
when I was 15 and I realised they were non-alcoholic beers?
Oh, were they non-alcoholic beers? I was more pissed off when I realised that it was all fake and that's not
When
how
did
a real
you
fight would
realise?
play out.
When did you realise? When you went to M16 when you were?
No,
20?
it wasn't that long. You would have been like,
You walked into M16, you go to Declan and you try and hurricane him and he just fucking breaks your leg.
just picks you up. He's like, yeah, I'll let you on my shoulders, and then he just drops you flat on your neck, and then rips it
You
apart.
watched a UFC fight and you thought it was scripted.
Oh my, nah. It was that. It was when I was watching it. Eddie Guerrero died, and then I watched because I watched my first UFC that I remember for Ken Shamrock because he was a WWF wrestler during the
No
Attitude
shit.
Era. And
Ken Shamrock was a wrestler.
the world's most dangerous man.
He was.
Right, and he was in when
was a bad motherfucker.
when I was young, getting into it in that time, when the Undertaker was super dark with his little posse, and they were kidnapping Stephanie McMahon and hanging her on the symbol.
The crosses and shit.
Yeah, when it got really.
And the El Hednerd had ashes and
Yeah,
motherfucker.
and it was like this little cohort against this little cohort, and that's when the Undertaker was super dark, and it was like Vince McMahon with Stone Cold were battling. That's when I was, man, you're talking. I was like 8 or 9. I was like loving the
jump
shit
off
out of
the
that.
bed and
Mate,
fucking
that
people's
was-
elbow your
man,
brother and shit.
Love it, absolutely frothing on the wrestling at that stage.
My brother broke my nose in Sydney on a trampoline doing the Triple H. Pedigree. He fucking pedigreed me into the trampoline, broke my fucking nose.
Yeah, that's not good. You got to know. You got to know how to land.
He used to know how to land him. It was off chance, but he fucking got me.
Well, you know, Triple H actually broke someone's neck in the pedigree.
Wasn't it?
That's why he had to change his style because he actually jolted on his neck and it did
Brock
something to his
Lesnar
neck.
apparently is pretty rough with cunts too.
Yeah, well, he would be then. He's
Well, he's an
broken
aggressive
legs.
man.
He's been broken necks. There's
Mick Foley used to fucking fling himself off
goodness, mate.
fucking
flaming everything.
19
Barbed wire,
meter
flames.
fucking thing.
Oh, the Hell in the Cell.
Do you remember when Shane jumped rope
Jumped.
to rope?
Oh yeah, on Vince and he did the old big drop kick into the
Rope
WrestleMania
to-
20.
Rope to rope,
That was
motherfucker.
WrestleMania 20.
Buckle to buckle, sorry.
Yeah, the old what do they call it? The old cross country where it goes end to end.
end to end.
Yeah. Mate, they did some crazy stuff.
We went on a fucking tangent.
We went way off onto some WWE.
I don't know how we got...
We got to the WWE where we got John Jones's record up here trying to talk about Cyril Gahn and
I don't know
the big fight on Sunday.
But like